All right, good morning. Huh. First words of the day make me cough, apparently. All right, so market's going to open a little bit. We got a nice gappy gap going on. Our buddies UAL are gapping up a bunch, 38 to 42. AMD up a little bit. AMD's been kind of trolling around here at this 50-day moving average. We'll see if it's going to get going. Hey, what's up, E-Dub? How'd you do? Did you ever close out your long and whatever your short? What were you doing again? I know you had like a short-term long or something in there. What's up, Mahale? Market's gonna open in about 10 seconds, 15 for you, and let's see what happens. I need to find a better way to scan pre-market stocks just to see who the movers are. Other than that, we gotta wait for the open. All right, IVR, UAL, Soxel. My buddy Soxel's up here. NIO, gapping up. Soxel space RH. IVR's up here as well. UAL enjoying a nice little open. Gotcha, B-dubs. Well, hopefully your Bitcoin longs can outweigh these shorts in the market. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, yeah, so we're back with coronavirus death stocks leading the market today. We saw the other day a gap down, actually even yesterday, a gap down of 2% resulted in nothing on the day. It actually reversed higher. And same with 2 days ago, we were down about 1.5%, didn't go anywhere. We'll see if this happens with us gapping up 1.52%. We'll see if this ends up going anywhere or not. Maybe just a nothing day in terms of movement throughout the day. We'll have to see. All right, what's not working today? Peloton down 3.5%. Twilio, so all those stocks that were up the past couple of days towards the bottom today. MongoDB, Tesla positive. Tesla's positive. Let's just buy all of Tesla. I can't catch it. I can't catch it. I have to type it. Tesla's starting with a little bit of a sell-off today too. So, well, what do you mean? What do you mean greater than 30 to 1? You're long 30 more Bitcoin than you are SPY? Is that kind of what that refers to? Let's go check out Global Watch List for a minute. All right, IQ. Haven't seen IQ in a long time. Wow, huge gap up right here. Looks like they're maybe in the middle of a long-term turnaround play. Trading position ratio. Okay. Well, I still try to practice not losing money, so but to each their own. Here, another one we haven't heard of in a long time. Oh, here's been bouncing up. Looks like been forming a kind of a long cup and handle. Gap up. Is there earnings today or? And then once again, why don't I have news showing on my dealio here? All right, guess we'll just get it from the weekly. Turtle Beach boosts sales outlook. Okay, so I guess they're selling again. 75% year over year. Okay, interesting. Save Spirit Airlines, one we don't have on our actionable list, but is an airline nonetheless. Do I pay car and house insurance? I do, but considering that Bitcoin is much more volatile than the S&P, um, I don't think it's much insurance. I think it's like owning a Mercedes and having a $5,000 insurance policy. Doesn't do a whole lot of good for you. Just my personal opinion. SQ looking good? I like SQ. Yeah, not too bad. Looks like, yep, trying to break out. We'll see what happens this morning. Yeah, like I said, the whole market kind of gapped up 1.6, 1.7%, so we'll see how that goes. All right, SOX still healthy 10% higher. That's a nice bump there for Soxel. Speaking of which, let's check out some of our chippy chips. We got AMD with a large sell candle starting the day. Check out some Intel. Doing okay. Managing. Nvidia. Morning, Rob. There's another one. Micron's in there. I think Qualcomm's in there. All managing. Still not. I guess it's the 3 times ETF, which is why it's so beaten down. So AMD on the verge of a large breakout at some stage. Who knows when that's going to happen? Intel, I'm not sure if it's going to get over that 69 high from pre-coronavirus. I don't know. We'll see it. It was on a trajectory for new highs on the weekly. You can see here, and it was actually was at new highs. And then this was even pre-coronavirus. I wonder if that got hit earlier. Maybe Intel doesn't do a lot of manufacturing in China. They build plants in the U.S., which is good. Thank you, Intel. But I wonder why they sold off in February. Huh. Everyone else kind of, is that when everything sold off? Maybe I'm just conflicting the timescales here. When the market starts selling off. Oh, it was February. February 20th. I thought it was March. Okay, never mind. So, okay, sold off with everything else. I kept thinking March. All right, so yeah, quite a bit of our stocks back up at the top there today, which is nice. Genus not. Genus taking it a little bit on the chin here after a massive run, which I think is to be expected. Let's take a walk from the bottom up today. Genus, Piton, Axion, which does police body cams. I don't know about all exchanges, Rob. The Russell's having a really hard time, and looks like the economy is going to be having a hard time for a long time. So people are just frightened. Net, which had a beautiful day yesterday, absolutely gorgeous day. Today pulling in a bit to the breakout point. We'll see if we stall or not. The reaction at the breakout point was pretty good. Pretty good. Then we kind of stalled out. Nothing really too heavy. So maybe we'll have a quicker reversal today. We'll have to see. But there's a pullback to the breakout point. So far able to find some support, and we'll see if that counts. See if it'll find that support right there. There's AMD 1.26. Everything's really tight. Oh, price action wise, keep getting moved around. Gilead holding tight. MongoDB. Take-Two Interactive. SLV. Masi. iRobot. There's AYX with a beautiful, I'm not sure if it's considered a cup and handle at this stage, given it undercut the prior base. That would easily be a base reset. I guess you're looking at a flat base up here, but that doesn't even quite qualify a flat base. So I'm not sure what this is up here, but it's intriguing. It does qualify as a long-term turnaround play, however. And so if that starts to break out, that's a nice little launch pad for it. Fortinet, similar looking price action right there. Moving averages diverging. which is good. Oh, Trade Desk was chopping around there. There's Trade Desk. Okay, coming out of that channel nicely. AOIX, very similar channel right there. That's one to buy on a break out of that channel. NASDAQ at 1.77. So just holding. Just holding. All right. Atlassian, Trade Desk, Coop. Roku still can't get its feet underneath it. Of course, the whole world's coming after it. Makes a lot of sense. PFPT also not able to get up long-term turnaround play there. Still has some work to do, apparently. Amazon stalling up here. Tesla back up over 1,000. Dropbox 50-day test so far doing okay. Netflix appears to be reducing volatility a little bit on the daily chart. ZYXI, CRM. CRM looks good there. CRM looks really good right there, actually. All right, so there's your 50-day, there's your 200-day. So 50-day just crossed the 200-day. Could say golden cross, but I don't feel like shilling it. And then that's not a bad consolidation. Not a bad consolidation. Not sure why they're not doing better. Salesforce. Is anything bad coming out? Salesforce is one of those big leaders in the CRM space. That's why they got the ticker CRM. They got that ticker well before it was cool to say the words CRM. Way before. Facebook holding nice and tight up here, new highs. That one could go as well. LVGO, similar pattern. We're seeing a lot of these patterns all over the place. Come on, Facebook and Dropbox. Let me move on from you bastards. MJ skipped us completely. Snapchat. All right, looking like it's maybe starting to go up a little bit. A lot more green on the chart. Sherwin-Williams. People are still selling paint. Why is my weekly all jacked up? Oh, there we go. Probably because I'm putting on 8 billion years here. Let's just go 5 years. That should reduce stuff. All of a sudden I forgot how to get to settings on this thing. Ah, how do I do it? I completely just blank. Man, I'm getting old. There we go. All right, Sherwin-Williams, CCC, market up 192, so it's moving up a little bit. Dropbox, CRM, ServiceNow, one of those nice long sideways patterns too, looks pretty good. Nikola, stalling off this morning. Facebook, ServiceNow, Nikola Pi, stop moving. I just want to get to the top. Square, GMID, DHI, Alibaba, looking really good. I think Ellie got some Alibaba. That looks nice. Nice little consolidation just outside of this declining trend line, which is our long-term turnaround trend line. And at some stage, it's going to get going. It's just taking its sweet-ass time. All right, UAL's come down. Soxel's maintained, though. LVS, JD.com just continues trudging on into high territory. LVS not so much. Visa being Visa. Nice little breakout day today. That's pretty nice. 3% up. New highs. Could say it's buyable. Not a ton of volume though. Annex space still trudging along at the lows here. So space. I like, I mean, look, obviously, no pun intended, space is like going to be, in my opinion, and there's going to be something probably in front of like outer space that does this, but every once in a while, once every decade, every 15, 20 years, you start to see a sector with extraordinarily explosive growth and just continued growth for years and years and years. The last one we saw was probably like social networks and stuff like that. Google's. Um, Before that was the internet's, which is Amazon came in. Amazon counts with the first generation of the software explosion. You had Microsoft, which was almost like in line with the hardware explosion. They were actually way ahead of their time. Apple was in there too, but they didn't get going until until the first software explosion with their iPhone and stuff. So anyway, at some point, I mean, SpaceX is probably going to go public at some stage, and these guys are already here, and we're seeing it now. Electric cars, which was one of those kind of unexpected sectors coming in right now, like Tesla, obviously, and then you're seeing Neo, Nikola. There's a lot of innovation being done in the electric vehicle space. Um, so that may be the next boon for the next 5 years or so. But I think at some point we're going to see a space boom. I don't know if it's going to be when launches are under $1 million or whatever, whatever. Because usually what happens is someone breaks that expensive barrier to entry, which is usually the government actually, and then all the private companies jump in. So I'm not sure if Elon and his SpaceX are taking the position of that government entity getting launches down into very manageable territory. Remember him? Remember hearing that he said that he could get space launches down to about $1 million a launch. I think maybe that was like on a per person basis or something like that, but very telling. So you're going to see, although I don't know, maybe I'm a generation ahead of thinking, maybe I'm thinking a generation ahead, but because we still don't have a massive presence in space. Once we can start like building shit in space, I think that's when it's going to start taking off. But even then, it'll take 10 years, maybe more. I think we innovated about the same pace. I think if you knew that pace, you could probably see, okay, you could take all these industries and graph out where they are in terms of like a growth acceleration curve, right? You can take like chips, for instance, are in the middle of, still kind of in the upward trajectory of growth. AMD's, the Intels of the world, stuff like that, right? And then you can see other things that are legacy, like metals, like aluminum, like Alcoa. They're kind of in a legacy position at this stage of the game where they're, um, almost not that anyone could start up the company because you can't, but it just is what it is. Like it's been around for so long. So anyway, I think I've always had that thought kind of about the whole ranking industries like that, and I always thought that would be a good way to try to find the next up and coming segments of the economy. Anyway, that's what I think about when I think about space. I'm like, this is going to be down here for a couple of years and just fucking explode. We've already seen it once right there, 6 to 42 in like a month, which is crazy for a stock. Anyway, get off that high horse. Lithium motors. Speaking of motors, lithium motors right there. Cars. Cars may be the next one. You take on, was that Sherman Williams? Or, Charles Schwab? Is that Charles Schwab? It is Charles Schwab. Um, yeah, it's not the most exciting one by a long shot, actually. It actually came down and undercut the lows. I'm not sure why they took it so hard. I don't know. A little weird now that everyone went to zero trading fees trying to trade the brokers, especially considering that it's really funny too when you looked at the numbers when they went zero fees. A lot of these brokers, I think the biggest exposure to trading commissions had a 25% of their revenue was trading fees. Crazy. Make so much money in other ways. They just said screw it. Race to the bottom is over. There's no more bottom. It's just free. Well, good for us. I mean hell, really good. I was spending lots and lots of money on trading fees, saving me a bunch. So they're doing good. All right, take a look at the top here. Space is a great trading vehicle. Yeah, it hasn't been so lately. I mean, it's been a little bit. I mean, that's it's a good 27% move. A little less volatile lately. Actually, looks like it's starting to undercut my low trend line here. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. You can probably actually, looks like I can move a trend line here, right there. There we go. Right on top of those 2 points. That may be our prevailing trend line. Yeah, it looked like it was pretty good over here if you were doing like smaller swing trades. There was a nice small consolidation. Nice little pop up there if you could have got it. Didn't really stay up there for very long, but yeah, it's been okay. All right, Manitowoc doing pretty good out of our low basing area. Retested yesterday. Wasn't really looking at it. And space airports, yeah. I, it'd be great for space if you could just fly up to it like a plane. I mean, I don't know the physics behind that, but I don't know why they go vertical. Like I kind of know and I kind of don't. I know you need speed and the velocity, but I think if you go up on a linear curve, you need a lot more energy, I think. I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist as they say, but seems a little bit to me like my mouse jumps around a lot with this. My old wireless mouse died. I need to get a new mouse, and I stole my son's cheap, really cheap mouse, and it sucks. Jumps everywhere. Rob's got space. Of course you do, Rob. Don't doubt it for a minute. Soxel actually holding really nicely up here. Not bad at all. NCLH, which I think is Norwegian Cruise Lines, I think, something like that. SkyWest, another airline. Uh, what's up here now? I keep switching around stuff. Okay, what am I on now? NIL. Okay, so a little gappy gap there. Another electric car company. Um, SkyWest. I'm just typing. It's less annoying. UAL. All right, still selling off in the morning. Match.com is up here. Okay, maybe Match.com is going to get some love. Nice day today. Breakout is. This is a long-term turnaround play also. Okay. Not bad. We'll see how this goes throughout the day. Nasdaq's pulled back to 1.65. Yeah, nothing's really moving too much lately. We're just gapping all over the place. Not sure if that's bullish or bearish. Can't be too bullish. IVR, Micron, Carvana. Pays is actually looking a little bit better lately. Rob's gonna like that. Look at this on the daily chart. Looks like we have some nice, a little bit of scalloping action. Could argue it's a ascending triangle, something like that. Could argue an ascending triangle here. If you could want to say cup with a handle, all kinds of possibilities here, actually. Lots of possibilities. Looks like the 200-day moving average holding us down a little bit. This cup and handle though, right, Rob? Not necessarily this one, or did we talk about this one? I don't remember. Pays isn't like on the forefront of my mind. But I like the reduction in volatility. That's a very healthy sign. And Pays has I don't know about the recent one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it's not the best. The whole market's had a really nice rally. Pay's done okay. I mean, it's done okay, but it's been up here for a very long time. So not selling off is definitely a positive. Lockheed Martin, what are you doing? We killing anyone lately? Oh, I got trash today. Ooh, I'm gonna have to remember to take my trash out later. I hate it when I'm doing the power hour and I realize I forget to take my trash out. Yeah, lovely. Skyworks. How's Win doing? And yesterday looks like it was the day to get back into Win, but not able to jump in up here quite yet. Crocs. Man, everything's really tight with each other today. Looks like light. I've got that volatility funnel, and so you got to break out there at about the 78 level, $80 level, 79 level, whatever. I think it's 80, right about there, or even up here at about the 80, 88 for light. Restoration Hardware, not doing too bad. HEI. All right, let's take a look at the global watch list, see if there's anything else up there. Take a look at IBD, see what's going on there. Here, all right, expanding up a little bit. IQ taking a break there with the gap. Eli Lilly, all right, expanding up from a declining trend line. Yep, it's already kind of taken off right there. That could be interesting. It hasn't really had a tremendous amount of good moves lately. Really just the one. But it was out of a similar setup, so maybe it'll be good. And it is above its moving averages right now. So last time we were clear for moving averages, we went on a little run there for about 16%. I can't say that's exactly what's going to happen here, but we're clear of moving averages for the first day in a long time. So maybe looking at a run up there towards 180 or something. That's a possibility. Last time it got up there, took about, I can't see the freaking thing. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, it took about 18 days to move 14%. So it looks like you could have a measured move on your hands here. 14%, that would be 18 days. Yeah, so that's about 180 by about 7.2. I wonder if that's something we can look at. I don't mind that setup. It's up a ton today. Maybe give it a little bit of space, but we'll see how this works out. Big gap. I wonder if they found the cure to hepatitis B or something. Okay, lots of moves today. Um, Lilly announces Verzenio significantly reduced risk of cancer returning. Oh, okay, so it's a breast cancer drug. Gotcha. Cool. Always good to have a new cancer drug out there. I want to say 180. I want to see if there's anything viable here. You can go out to 30 days. You don't need to be too greedy. Eee. That's a lot of percentage gain. Also a lot of risk, though. That's a ton of risk right there. I don't like that. Too much risk. Hmm. That was pretty good. What is that? 7.2? Yeah, it's cutting it pretty close, though. Yeah, it's one to keep an eye on. All right, NASDAQ back up over 2%. See if we're going to chop around here. Oh, yeah, Rob, let's check out your Beyond. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like we did pull in a little bit. It's been kind of walking up a trend line. Let's see where it. There you go, right there. It's just kind of walking up that line. We didn't have that line on that last pullback to it, or that red pullback in the middle of the screen there. Not quite the last pullback, which is the one a couple days ago. We weren't really looking at this trend line, but I'm a little bit off over here. Still a little bit off. Although I'm generally a little bit off, so that makes sense. Okay. I mean, it's still working though. Still looking good above the 10-day moving average. Um, yeah, this would have been a nice buy day right down there. Hit the trend line. That's 200-day support. That's 50-day breaking the 200-day, which is always good. So now we have diverging moving averages for Beyond Meat. We'll see if it's actually going to expand up or not. We did hear a little bit, which kind of caused the move, at least helped with the move up. It was on that kind of trajectory anyways, but that's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. And so this like nice sideways action right here, which it popped from the other day. Looks like it just started. Yeah, it just started right at the open. Great volume, and then just never quit. We're seeing a lot of that, as a matter of fact, on our on our list down here. Trying to see if I can find a few names. We looked at a bunch of them earlier. Just looking at AMD because I can. They're not involved in that list. Same with Tesla. But yeah, there's a bunch of them that were just kind of nice and sideways, just nice and tight holding. There's one, AYX. Looking at the daily chart for those nice tight sideways consolidations. D-Dog still edging its way up into it loosely with one of those, but it's a little bit too long and a little too slopey. Restoration Hard. Oh, what was that other one? Oh, that must have been D-Dog. Must have been D-Dog. GMed breaking down from one of those. Snapchat breaking up a little bit from one of those. Ping Amba. Facebook has one of those kind of tight sideways channel-ish looking things. IM DHEI, DHI has a downward sloping one, trying to break out but not being successful at the moment. Net, not too bad right there. This thing needs a big run. I can't explain it. I really can't. I've been looking at this chart for a minute trying to explain it, but I think probably the closest one to what Net may do is Zoom. Like this looks like a bunch of choppy garbage, but what you have is significantly higher lows. And Zoom was doing something similar to that. Like right here, it was just kind of walking up choppy, but getting higher lows. D-Dog's really good actually. Yeah, the D-Dog chart's excellent. And kind of choppy on the way. Here's kind of a broad cup and handle, as a matter of fact, on Zoom. 529. How come I didn't see that? There's two consecutive. It's base on base pattern right there. An explosion up. Damn it. How come I missed that? What the hell? Oh, I don't look at Zoom every day. That's probably why. But that is a base on base pattern with two cup and handles. What the hell's going on, Randy? All right, let's go back to net and see if I missed something on net. Everything's just too damn small. So there's there's scallops right there. One, two, three. There's scallops. And then there's two more scallops. And then there's a nice breakout day yesterday. So maybe this will go the way Zoom did. This having a lot of basing structure to it. A lot of basing, just multiple base. Just everything is a base. It never actually gets going. Maybe we'll do another base. I've got no idea. But kind of what it looks like. But yeah, Mahale, D-Dog is really good too. D-Dog's already just starting its kind of big move out. Yeah, it had that huge gap up here on their earnings after the massive run out of the lows. Only one small, well, two consolidations right there, but just other than that, a blatant run up and then a huge extension. And then so now they're way up. I mean, they're gonna hit that 100 level pretty easy. It's pretty obvious at this stage of the game. It's gonna run into 100. We'll see what happens at 100 because that's what usually when stocks hit 100, they start doing weird stuff, round numbers and all that. So I mean, there's a good what 15%, 20% if you're looking at it for it to get to 100. Although never quite gets to 100. It'll stall right before 100. Remember when Tesla was on his first run to 1,000? I said sell at 950. It topped at 960. That's what I'm referring to. Is it never quite gets to that big round number the first time around. Not always. It's not a statistic, but it's just kind of for me at least a good general rule of thumb. All right, so $100 there for D-Dog. I think that's in the cards. That seems like a fairly secure 20% unless the market takes a huge crap on us. But that looks really good. All right, NIL looks like it's dropped off a little bit. Not too bad right there. Big up out of the lows. Huge up out of the lows. Soxel still maintaining up here. That's not Soxel. That's Soxel. Still maintaining up here. It's not moving a tremendous amount, but kind of holding its own. Getting some volume back in here. We were really low volume for a while, so the pullback bringing in some volume. So they're adding down here. Manitowoc still leading us. Yeah, they were really good out of this breakout. Had a little bit of FUD action. Came back. Looks like resistance at the 50-day. Or that's the 200-day, excuse me. Yeah, this doesn't have my normal, the styles that I updated. Need to get a little bit more. There it is. Get rid of that one. Oh, my mouse moved on me again. Okay, let's get rid of the. Here we go. Okay, so there's the 200 with the dash lines. And then you got the 20-day that I've added in here. So support at the 20-day. All right. Everybody pays doing okay. Moving averages converging, which will looks like that'll happen in about a month or so. All of them will converge. Cool. Peloton down here. Genus taking on the chin again. Peloton in decent amount. So try to break out yesterday. Kind of a failed breakout, actually. Where'd my mouse move to this time? Oh, it's up here in the right. Okay. Kind of a failed breakout right there. Gap down below. That's not super great. All right. Let's see if it'll bounce back. Nasdaq 2%, so we're holding we're holding up, which is good. Our Soxel's doing excellent up here too. Just really nice and tight. Not doing much with that Soxel. It's pretty good. So stalling here at the 200-day moving average. This is a 3 times ETF for chip makers. That's what this is. So the moving averages aren't really super relevant for this one, considering they're based off of other vehicles. So UAL. All right, you reversing back higher, UAL? Yeah, looks like that's what's happening. Volume's not really that tremendous, but it hasn't dried up. Not quite yet. We'll see how this candle plays out. Yeah. 705, 707. So yeah, volume's starting to dry up a little bit throughout the day here. Yeah, so we'll see how this one plays out. But the market's so far doing pretty good. Market so far doing pretty good. All right, let's check out some. Actually, I wasn't gonna look at Bitcoin, but yeah, Bitcoin actually really solid coming out of that spike low yesterday. I keep thinking it's the same thing as the other one. Yeah, pretty good right there. Bitcoin actually looking really nice. Some of the alts. What's that one up 3%? Link. Link up 3%. Really healthy out of that level too. All right, check out some IBD stuff. Retail sales soar. Oh, what's up? What's up with retail sales? Okay. Man, they're really happy with these like huge point moves in the Dow. They're really good headline. See, IBD doesn't even follow the Dow. Not even a little bit. Well, maybe a little bit, but they're going to put 700 points because it seems big. It seems better than Nasdaq holding going up 70. It makes no sense. Horrible. All right, small caps outpaced, which is good. That could bring, yeah, that could be good. That could be good right there with if the Russell's going to start moving. Absolutely. Okay, Tencent taking a 35% stake in IQ. That's good. Coronavirus, biotechs, Netflix outruns FANG stocks. Okay. In US, 20,000 confirmed cases lifted the cumulative total. Um, Less than 1%. Okay, so nothing too crazy right there. Too good or bad. And we've got chip tracking maker wants to make it rain with tiny devices. What's that about? That's a fun article. I bet he's got fun stuff. If you're into like stuff and companies and making cool stuff, some good stuff in IBD. They really do a good job with that. PI, lofty goals for technology called RAIN RFID. Wirelessly connect billions of everyday things such as apparel, automotive parts, luggage to the internet cloud. How's Rain RFID? I remember RFID when it was starting to boom and you made no money on it. You made no money with it was supposed to be like the next big thing, tracking everything. Kind of sounds like blockchain 1.0. Now blockchain is like RFID 2.0 is really what it feels like now that I'm thinking about it. It just went nowhere. And now RFID is being used, but you could not make any money on it. If you did, I didn't see where to make it, nor have I heard since. And that was probably 15 years ago. It's like early 2000s. I can't see chat if anyone is saying anything on this, but yeah, it's I don't know what this time is going to be any different. So you can tell I'm a little bit perplexed by that. Hey, what's up, Ellie? 17% on retail sales. Well, that's good. We don't do all those things. We do specific long range, high speed technology called RAIN. Specific long range, high speed technology called RAIN. Okay, so RAIN tag costs less than 5 cents, could be read from a stationary scanner up to 10 meters. Okay, my mouse just freaking moved again. Did you guys see that? Um, Comparable with the near field communication RFID or NFC that's range about 10 centimeters or 4 inches. Okay, well, 30 feet's better than 4 inches, that's for sure. Ask my wife. Oh, oh, oh. Reason we call it rain is because the link to the cloud is obvious. Oh, they're linking it to the cloud. That's so bad. We're going to connect every item in the world and give every single item in the physical world digital life in the cloud. It's as ubiquitous as rain. That's how we came up with the name. Wow, dude, you're overthinking stuff, I think. Okay, they're smaller than a grain of sand. Well, that's good. That means it's actually, that's actually good, the fact that it's really small. Offered from Impinge, or smaller than a grain of sand. Um, Implanted on a label. Doesn't have a battery life, but absorbs energy from radio waves striking a small aluminum antenna. Oh, that's cool. See, that's good technology. That's what they should patent right there. Powers up and sends information available to a reader. Okay. 70% of the business is selling radio chips that go on items. 30% is revenue from selling systems such as readers. Makes sense. Adoption of RAIN RFID is limited by how fast companies can redesign their business processes to accommodate the technologies. Absolutely. And what the hell they're going to do with it. But I wonder if they have like a monopoly on this or what it is. Delta Airlines marquee customer spent 100 million to create a system for tracking luggage using RAIN RFID tags. That's cool. See, that's a good use case for it. Create specialized labels and printers for bag tags. 10,000 readers in 344 airports and facilities. That includes readers on conveyor belts, mobile belt loaders. Oh, that's good. ROI was positive. Incidents of lost bags went way down. Customer satisfaction was way up for Delta Airlines. But it took them several years to do so. Yeah. Yeah, they should. What they should do is like a white label or not really a white label service. That's if you're like reselling it with your own brand, but They should have a service where they go in and do that for them. Why can't that be another business model? Send your project manager in there and you just manage all these people that do this really quickly. And their stock isn't doing very good. You can see the charts right there. Ninth out of 31 stocks in the electronic semiconductor manufacturing group. Okay. So yeah, pretty cool. Long range RFID is essentially what it is. And I think that could be good, but the chart isn't really saying it's very good. Let's look at PI, although I think we just saw PI, but we'll look at it anyways. How's the weekly look? Horrible. Absolutely nothing going on with this stupid company. Hey, they lift their price target to 28. What's the price at? 28. So, yay. Okay, well, 100 million Delta contract didn't really do very much for them. I'm assuming they'll need $1 billion contract to move the stock in any significant way. Maybe 500 million. I don't know. All right, what else you got, IBD? What else you got for us today? That was interesting, though. I gotta say, that wasn't too bad. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. They cost 5 cents a chip, so maybe you can, you know what? That could solve the great debate about where all your damn socks go. Exactly. I think you make more money selling that service than actually IPHI or whatever that was. This company will make it selling all their tags. Just solve that problem. Where are my socks going? Adobe, 3% up today. Of course, most are. Volume is good on Adobe. Mm, is Tesla stock a buy right now? Let's see what they say about Tesla. Hmm. Difficult to predict production levels. Huh? Why do you have to be able to predict it, weirdos? Risk reward is skewed to the downside, particularly where shares at current levels. That's some analyst. Why are they touting some analyst? What about the IBD? Yeah, highest possible 99. So here you have an analyst saying, well, I think the risk is to the downside. But IBD is saying, yeah, this is like the best 1% stocks in the market. That's exactly what this means, by the way. It means that there's I'm sorry, 98 out of a best possible 99. So it's outperforming 98% of all stocks in terms of fundamental and technical pricing criteria. But this guy's saying, oh yeah, looks like it's a little bit too extended up here. So supply chain challenges, lingering demand challenges. Oh, shut up. I think I'm an old stodgy white guy. That guy's an old stodgy white guy. Just buy and shut up. Race is number one, huh? Let's take a look at race. Haven't seen that in a while. Took that off my actionable list a while ago. And it hasn't been doing very great. It's been doing okay in terms of car makers. Of course, they are a luxury car maker, so they can. This is Ferrari, if you're not familiar. Race is Ferrari. And yeah, they really went public back in 2015. I am old. I remember that. And it was like a big deal to me because I'm a big car guy. And IPO base formed and never looked back here from 62. But yeah, okay. All right, Nasdaq up 2%. And Soxel still holding up here. UL doing pretty good, holding up as well. Wind dropping a little bit off. NIO dropping off. Those were up there. Um, Not sure what else was up there. Tesla was up a little bit more. AMD was doing a little bit better. And Peloton. Nikola's gone down. And Genus is still lower. So, all right. Not too bad. Not too great. Weak EPS rating of 65. Well, it is a car company. So it's a car company. It's not gonna have, Apple like margins. It's really good though for a damn car company. Look at other car companies' EPS ranking. Let's look at that. Because I feel like being a dick today. So Toyota Motors, what's your EPS ranking? I'm gonna guess 20. I gotta find it first. Oh, 55. Oh, wow, it's actually not too bad. That was going to be a lot worse than that. Take a look at Ford. Tesla's number one in the industry group. EPS ranking, 12. See, that's more like it. That's more normal. GM probably have less than Ford. Did I miss it already? Oh, there we go. 57. Oh, wow, much better than Ford. Interesting. And Tesla had 65, if I'm not mistaken, so that's not too bad. Ooh, Trump preparing $1 billion infrastructure plan? Ooh, 65 for Tesla. So, yeah, better than most. Definitely leader in his class. So, what they're not doing is they're not comparing apples to apples when they talk about that 65 because it doesn't matter at all. Construction stocks. Okay. Okay. Um, the whole stream in that voice. Let me tilt my screen. Comments had some glare on it from my window. There we go. Now I can see the comments better. Well, we got Tesla here, number one. Race number two. Nikola. Wow. Kind of odd to see Nikola number three. Although I don't think they have any sales. I think what Nikola makes up for is potential growth. Accumulation distribution is great. Up-down volume is great. Percent in funds, great. Great, great, great for Nikola. On the technical side of things. Oh, see everyone's leaving my stream now. They don't want to look at IBD stuff. Bernie Sanders? That's a Bernie Sanders voice? Really? Well, I guess. The top 1%. This is the top 1% of the 99%. Oh, yeah, there you go. I put a little bit more cheek in it. There you go. The top 1% of 99%. Right there. Group A plus. I didn't think that would be my Bernie voice. That was kind of my low-key announcer voice. That's true. That's true. I should just do a voice only debate and I'll just talk like that. Donald Trump. You just got to keep everything short with Bernie. You can't go on can't say long words like Trump does sometimes. You got to be short like he's a complete opposite. Anyway, that's fun. Whoop. Actually didn't want to go there. Wanted to go here. There we go. All right, 1.8 for the NASDAQ. SOX still coming down now finally. UAL come down a little bit more. Yeah, we've been gapping around a lot lately. It's going to be, as long as we don't sell off though, I think we'll be okay. If you want to become the top 1%, you got to trade with the price action. Win. Don't go to win. You lose all your money. You won't be with the top 1%. Won't happen. But if you buy NIL for long term, it'll get you there. Okay, now I'm having fun being Bernie. I'm going to talk about the 1% all day long. To become 1%, pretend you're a communist. Vote Bernie. That's right. Just write me in. Don't vote in Sleepy Joe. He's gonna give his grandkids billions of dollars because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's out of his mind. But Bernie, I'm 10 years older than Joe. I'm eat pancakes better. I hate the 1%. Want to take all their money. Give it all to you. Who, Bernie or Joe? I don't know what's going on with Joe Biden. Honestly, I'm not really paying attention to the whole political thing lately. Luckily, luckily politics has died down. I say like electoral politics. Obviously, the Black Lives Matter movement and all the protests are taking center stage right now. So if you consider that politics, I guess that's still front and center. But it's sad. I think in his day, Joe probably would have made a pretty good president. But unfortunately, I don't. I think he's running. I'm still gonna have to vote for Joe. I'm not gonna vote for Trump. I just can't. I can't bring myself to vote for Trump. I don't know. I had this bad thought the other day, and just forgive me for this, but I'm like, what if Joe just dies tomorrow and we can just find another candidate? That way we don't have to. That way we don't have to vote for someone that is clearly losing his mental capacity. Clearly, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna keep going on with Bernie because so let's say he makes Bernie's vice president. Joe, you there, Joe? Let's not disturb Joe for the next 20 minutes. Joe will probably be Joe again in about an hour and a half. So come back for Joe. Like you'll have to make the president, you have to like talk to the president via appointment when he's lucid, you know. Sorry, Sultan of Brunei, can't. Joe's busy right now. Yeah, he's talking to the Lincoln picture. Thinks it's his son, so you have to come back in a little bit and don't disturb Joe for 4 years. Can you come back in 4 years, please? Yeah, when Trump's son is running for office. Yeah, watch that guy run for office one day. Guaranteed. Guaranteed he's going to run for office. He's loving this. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. Because think of it, his daddy never gave him much attention, so he's got to get it from somewhere. Yep, talking to the vase. The Sultan of Brunei walks in the room and he's talking to a vase. Hello, Mr. Sultan. Oh, you okay? You okay? I heard. Oh, okay. Can you get the Sultan of Brunei a band-aid, please? Yeah, it could be hookers. I don't know. Although, I gotta say this, you're in a good mental mind space when you can make fun of the president, his son, and the two most viable Democratic candidates all in the same 30 minutes. This is me bowing. You are welcome. You are welcome. I'm officially a neutral participant in the electoral process. I feel very good about myself right now. Tesla negative? Oh, where'd my mouse move to? My mouse just moved. Tesla's negative. Tesla negative. Oh well, it's done. Tesla's over. They're negative. Call it quits. Start shorting with everything you've got. Just buy a $5 put on Tesla right now. They're done. That'd be a very expensive $5 put. Could you even buy a $5 put on Tesla? Oh, you can. Wow. If you want to tie up several $1,000s or tens of thousands of dollars or maybe even $100,000 to get 28 bucks, there you go. There you go. $28. You can buy a $5 put on Tesla for January 2022. Who the hell would buy that? Let's see. Volume and open interest. What? Open it? Yeah, they're just selling these puts. Who the hell's buying them? Who's buying these puts? Who's buying 8,000 January 2022 puts? Who's actually selling these and thinks, I don't understand that. Retest 90? Yeah, right. 180 is not even going to happen. You're lucky to retest. You're not going to see 400 again. Sorry, it's gone. It's just gone. Here you go. Sell that 400 for 5,000 bucks. Just sell that for 2022. That's not going to happen. I mean, maybe if the whole world goes into a tailspin, but we're printing so much money at this stage that it's not even sensible to think about that. Shh, don't tell them my secret. I hooked Wendy up with the top 1% of the 1%. He told him to hold Tesla up so he could buy it or he could sell it. Although it reminds me, I think Ellie, I think you posted it in Slack. It was the picture of Elon Musk, and is like something about why is Elon dumping Tesla? And someone says so he can raise it. I don't want to rub anything, and I've been trying to get everyone to buy a Tesla. I mentioned Tesla 400. What's up, Ethan? So my son Ethan, I think he's growing lately. He's been sleeping a lot, and he's tall now. You are too tall. I need to trade you in for a smaller Ethan. As much can I get a smaller Ethan? Can I trade you in for a smaller Ethan? No? Okay. He doesn't want to be traded in. I won't trade you in. I'll keep you. I'll keep this one. I'll keep this Ethan. Ethan, say hello.
Hi.
Ellie's there. Monkeytron's there too. Say hi to Monkeytron.
Hi, Lucky Tron.
Say hi, Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Rob's there too. Say hi to Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Youngest is turning 4 on Sunday. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a, s- I had a thought the other day. I kind of thought about, you have kids for yourself, kind of a selfish manner to, I don't know, it's obviously a natural driven thing to want to procreate, but you have kids and the kids are yours, and then you have to watch the kids become them, and then the kids aren't yours anymore. Yeah, eventually they're not yours anymore. You're not gonna be mine someday, but right now you're still mine, right? Are you still mine? One day you'll be yours, but right now you're mine. That's good. You want to sit on the chair? Here, jump on. Jump on the chair. All right. Cool. So Nasdaq up 2.12%. Doing okay. Soxel came back up a little bit. I think Soxel's not doing too bad. UAL 5.7. Yeah, right, Rob. Yeah, eventually you just have to realize that it's just like you growing up. You look back and your parents seem like a distance because there's so much in front of you, and then you realize, oh, pretty soon I'm gonna be the one in the distance, and they're gonna be moving on without me. Yeah, kind of like Tesla with you guys. It's just moving on without you. Well, I think everyone's had that theory, Rob. I think it hits you at different times. Where are you going, Ethan? Where are you going? You're so close now. You're gonna be so far away. So far away. Where are you going? Where are you going? Brush your teeth. Put your clothes on. Go do your math work. You're the man. Get out of here. I don't want to see you again for like 32 seconds. All right. So I don't think anything has really moved that much. The only thing, UAL's moved down a little bit. Everything else is pretty much where it was since we started opening. So all we've done today is waste a lot of time talking about a lot of garbage and having a Bernie impression. Finding out Ellie likes my Bernie impression that I didn't even know was a Bernie impression. Only the top 1% knew this was a Bernie impression before I knew it was a Bernie impression. And Manitowoc. Speaking of construction, I wonder. That's a good article, Rob. What'd you say? Where'd you say? I think it was up here a little bit. Construction stocks surge after Bloomberg report of Trump preparing $1 trillion infrastructure plan. Okay. So much for physical conservatism. Although, in all honesty, at this stage of the game, it's almost like you're in so much debt. Let's just blow up the credit cards. Screw it. Let's just go on one last binge spend. I don't know how it's going to work out in the future, but yeah, let's just spend. You know what? Let's spend $1 trillion on roads. Let's spend $1 trillion on schools. Let's do that too. Let's spend a trillion getting into space. Like let's just do that. Let's just redo America in space with different money or something. Let's do those floaty swirly things in the sky, right? That rotate with gravity. I think Jeff Bezos. We can probably order one off Amazon. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's look at that. Bezos. No, it's Blue Origin. Blue Origin. New Glenn. What is that? Blue Origin. Um, living in space. I don't know. Maybe that'll get it. He had a thing the other day where he showed his centrifugal. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Floating around space colonies. Let's just do that. We can order one off Amazon and it'll get here in a day. What's better than that? Floating colonies in space with weather like Maui all year long. Dude, that would be so cool. Although I know I'd have a fucking barn. Although I guess we would have to grow our own food, so never mind. We actually would have to have silos and stuff like that. I think they should be bigger than this. Dude, if you're going to build it, build it. Let's go like 50 miles wide, just super huge. 1% grade so you never feel it. Probably like less like 10th percent grade so you can, let's do that, 10th percent grade. 1 trillion people in space in O'Neill colonies. Spinning cylinders. Maui on his best day all year long. See, let's do that. Until one day the grass or the glass cracks, then that's gonna suck. I love it. Looks great. Let's do it. I wonder if we can go half in on one because I don't think I have enough in my checking account to cover it. Okay, so Bezos is gonna get us into space, and then Elon's trying to take us away from Earth. So I would say Elon's got the better plan because think about it. If an asteroid hits the Earth, if an asteroid hits the Earth, um, like a really big one, odds are some particles will come over and destroy and obliterate all of these little circle thingies. So yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, Jeff Bezos isn't really like one of those awe-inspiring guys. Like it's cool when you hear Musk talk, because I don't know, it's just cooler when you hear Musk talk than Bezos. He's not the guy. He's the guy to get it done, likely. Now they'll both get it done, but so Bezos will do this, and you'll take an Elon Starship up to a Bezos space pill. 1 trillion people in space. Well, we don't even have a trillion people yet, so get the fucking right now, everyone. Bezos will pay for it. He wants it to happen. They don't all have to have the same gravity. Yep, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, so is it all around a central core? Oh, mimic a national park. Dude, that'd be so cool. How the hell would you pull that off? Like I mentioned earlier, you'd have to start assembling things in space. I mean, the companies that would build this would be just tremendous. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm way off in left field at this stage of the game, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get my trash out before I forget. That'd be pretty cool though. Be nice to visit. Am I drunk from profits? I'm profit drunk. That's that's the best way to be drunk. Absolutely the best way to be drunk. Profit drunk. Yeah, yeah. Today's a good day. It's not my best, not the best day. It's a good day though. Yeah, it's not a bad day. I let too much evaporate from UAL and stuff like that, but oh well. I'll get it back. It'll just take time. Oh yeah, update on the whole option spread trading thing. I don't like it. I don't like it a single solitary bit, I think. I don't think I like it one bit. Um, yeah, I'm not enjoying it. It's it feels like too much work, and not that I don't like working hard, but I feel like what I generally do has a much better reward payoff than yeah, than all of that. It just doesn't it's too much work. Like I have to I have to put too much thought into the option and the chart, and then I'm like managing dual strategies. Yeah, Ellie, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just gonna go back to what's made me one of the things that's made me successful right there. Yeah, I think AMD's in a good spot. I was able to get some AMD yesterday at decent prices, so I'm not too upset at it. Um, Hopefully it doesn't Starbucks on me because I bought it early. Didn't even try to break out yet. That's exactly what happened with Starbucks with me last time around when I had huge gains. So it better not do that or I'm going to be pissed. In fact, I'm thinking I should sell it. Thinking I should sell that bitch because it hasn't broken out yet. But yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe out there. And bye bye.